And we are live. Hello from
Hi,
Hi.
hi.
Hello, Ronke. You're welcome to the Intentional Living series with Skin
Hi,
Aesthetic.
Jummai.
Hello. Good evening, everyone. Hello. Good afternoon. Good morning from everywhere around the world that you're joining us from. This is the Intentional Living series with Skin Aesthetic. I'm your host, Jummai Logun. So today we have Runke Ebiye Koripamo with us. She's going to be talking to us about setting skin goals across all ages. Um, Basically, everyone sets goals. Generally, everyone that
Yeah,
wants to do anything, that wants to achieve anything in life sets goals. But most people don't set skin goals. They don't even understand what
yeah,
skin goals are. Why should I set a skin goal? Like, are they even are they even aware of that skin enough in the first place to even think of setting a goal for it? And earlier this
mm,
year at Skin Aesthetic, we started talking to our tribe members. We call what people call clients as generally we call them the Healthy Glow Tribe at Skin Aesthetic. They are a member of our community, and we started talking to each other about setting skin goals, and we started talking about it on social media. People that are not in the community reached out and told us that, what do you guys mean by skin goals? I've never had to set skin goals. I don't know how to set skin goals. So here we are with Ronke, the master esthetician. She's going to be dissecting, analyzing, and teaching all of us. I have my journal and writing pad, Ronke. Write everything you're going to be telling us today about setting goals, right? So I'm going to read Ronke profile. Ronke is not just a master esthetician. She's also one of the most passionate people I know in our industry, and with one of the highest certification. So yes, members of the tribe are big fishes. I'm going to be reading Ronke's bio to you all so that you can know the the powerhouse that we have here today. Ronke Ebiye Koripamo is a professional holistic beauty, skin, and wellness
Corey
therapist.
Pamel.
Yeah, Koripamo. Yeah, thank you,
Yes.
Ronke. She has a CTAC and CDESCO diploma in beauty therapy from the Oxford International College of Beauty, Oxford, United Kingdom. Again. As an esthetician, she carries out various treatments with her niche being acne treatments. Yes, and does not only have this certification. I also know for a fact that Ronke has her own personal struggle with acne, and so
Mm.
she's going to be sharing with us today. She's also a certified electrolysis technician, lash artist, makeup artist, a holistic massage therapist, and wellness coach. Ronke manages Bella Forte Day and Wellness Spa in Port Harcourt, River State. She strives to pursue high standards in her practice and touching the lives of
Yeah.
people with her empathy. So, Ronke, welcome to the Intentional Living series again. And thank you for accepting to do this with us at Skin Aesthetic. All right.
Hi. Hi, Jummai. Thank you for having me. It's a
Yeah,
pleasure.
thank you.
Um, I felt this was going to be more like us girls gisting, and also
Oh, it's gonna be
I
like
hope you.
that. It's
Okay.
nothing serious. We are freestyling, even though we're gonna put a touch of formality into it. It's still a freestyling
I
because
will try.
yeah,
I
we
will
are
try.
trying
Okay.
to help the consumer understand. So we are not gonna speak our big grammar, our
Mm-mm.
industry grammar for them. We're
No,
gonna be breaking
no.
it down into
Mm-mm.
bits and pieces so that they can understand because the whole essence of this is for us to keep bringing people on board, people that have achieved their own dream skin, people that are on the journey to
Mm.
it, because the skin can be the general part of us, like it's the covering of the whole
Mm.
body, is the largest organ, so to say. But the skin is not a stand alone. The skin
Mm.
is a part of us, like
Mm.
us, the being. And it is important that our general well-being is also um, is that our general well-being is ultimate to achieve any kind of skin success that we are looking at. So that is why we
Yeah.
bring different people people like you today that is strictly talking to us about skin, other people talking to us about wellness, mental, emotional wellness, other people talking to us about parenting, career goals, and all of those. So, okay, you're welcome again.
Thank you.
I want you to tell us, as an esthetician, what do you mean by what do you mean by skin goal? What does skin goal generally mean? How do you explain this to your own clients?
Okay, so skin goals, in life, you set goals. We all set goals that we want to achieve. Like it could be anything really, and then it's hoping to get to a result, and then you get to that result, and then you maintain. So for certain skin goals, it's a way of saying, okay, this is where my skin is now. This is the knowledge I have about my skin. This is where I want it to be. And in doing that, from the point of being aware that you want to set a skin goal to the point where you know, okay, I have achieved it, there's a growth process. There's a process of patience. There's a process of learning and relearning and unlearning. So it's a way skin goals are saying that, okay, this is where I am about my skin, and this is where I want to get to. And where we come in as estheticians is to say, okay, we're going to hold your hands and we're going to help you get there step by step. So I think that basically explains it.
Absolutely, Runke. Thank you so much. So it's just basically analyzing where you are as against where you're going, and the things, the tools, the event, the activities, the routine, whatever it is that you need to imbibe in order to get through from where you are to where you want to be with your skin. So Ronka is basically like setting any kind of goals, right?
Exactly. Yeah.
Basically. All right. Thank you, Ronke. I would also like to ask you, if anyone wants to start, like want to set a skin goal, you want to like be more aware about your skin from today after listening to us, or just sitting down wondering, how do I start from? Where do you think people should start from in setting skin goals?
The first place to start from is to understand what the skin is. You have to know the definition of what skin is. You have to first, and then the next thing for you to do is to say, okay, I'm going to look for somebody who is knowledgeable about skin and to talk to them and for them to teach me how I can achieve this goal. So it's not just picking up a book or just reading about it. It's about also seeking those who are knowledgeable about it and then asking them to guide you through the process.
Okay. All right. So, Ronka, so that we don't sound like, okay, what would they say before? They will want us to come to them now, right? Right?
Yeah.
I go to Google, just ask Mr. Google how I can just set my goals. And we want you to please expatiate on the fact that why do they really need to talk to someone that have the in-depth knowledge about the skin? It is their skin anyway, Ronke. And even though you are the esthetician, you are the one that has like 1,000 hours of knowledge on this, right? And in-depth knowledge of it and a daily experience with the skin, with different kind of skin. They are the owner of their skin. They've known their skin all their life. They probably feel they know you better than you. So why do they need you, okay? Why do they need an esthetician to talk to before they can set a skin goal or solve their problems?
Well, like any part of the body, the skin is an organ. And if I'm concerned about my teeth, I don't think I would just open up Google and say Google has all the answers. I would definitely want to see a dentist. If I'm concerned about my eyes, I would definitely want to see an ophthalmologist. It means that people who have studied about skin and who are aware and who will know your skin type, if you have a skin condition, who can help you on what to use, what not to use. Even just recommending products, it also affects the fact that what you're using now might not be what you want to use during the Harmattan season. So you need an esthetician, you need a skin therapist to guide you through the process and help you understand where you are now and where you want to get to. So I hope that answers the question.
Yeah. We will
Not
leave them
really.
to respond to us in the
Okay.
comment section. But do you want to say more, Renke?
I want to say more in the sense that I believe the skin is an organ, and because we're skin therapists, we have studied about the skin. We've studied about several skin types. We've studied about different skin, Caucasian skin. We've studied skin about people, Africans, so it's different. What an African will use is different from what a Caucasian will use. So it's always very important to know that, look, if I want to start a skincare routine or a skincare treatment or anything, you need to talk to people who are qualified enough, who are qualified to give you the right steps and to help you start that journey.
Okay.
So I hope that answers the question.
It does answer it. Ronke, we can't answer it. I don't think we can answer it better than you have said it, right? It's left to the consumer to feel like they need to talk to somebody before they start to treat their skin. So today, it isn't even about just treating your skin. It's about setting a goal. We started setting skin goals as Skin Aesthetic because we noticed that if you have a skin condition or even skincare generally, it's a lifetime thing. It's not just for the moment, right? And just like you've just mentioned now, that what your skin needs during the Harmattan season might not be what your skin would need during the rainy season. What your skin needs in Nigeria might not be what your skin will need when you're in London or when you're any other part of the world, so to say. The skin is continuously changing because the hormones are continuously changing, and it is a predetermined factor in what our skin looks like. Aside our hormones, our emotions, the way we feel, what we feel, and how we feel is a very big factor in the way our skin looks. So our skin is forever changing. So it's important that we also keep abreast with this change and we keep changing with it. So it doesn't matter what we say, Ronke. What matters is that do the consumer want to take that route or they want to take the other route? But either ways, our job today is for us to be able to tell them why they should talk to somebody that knows and stick with their routine. So generally, skin goals is just a way to keep you accountable towards where you're going. Yeah. True. We started this at Skin Aesthetic because we found out that you need a lot of perseverance if you are going through a skin journey, right? Say you have a skin condition and you want to treat it, you need a lot of perseverance. It's not going to go overnight. Of course, you did not acquire that condition overnight, and you don't expect it to just leave you overnight, right? And plus, aside this, perseverance, you need consistency. And we all know that in some cases, especially with people that have relapse, if you're on the treatment and then you find out that it was going smoothly, everything was fine. Everything was fine. I was trying to read the comments. And then all of a sudden, it just looks like you're back to square one, or you're back to rust that you even started again, which sometimes is the part of the process. You can't do anything about it. If you don't have all those things come out, how can we treat it? So because of that, we thought it's important that we have something to look forward to. If you have a goal, if you visualize where you're going to generally, you would be, no matter how much setback, obstacles you have on the way, you are looking at where you're going and you are pushing hard at where you're going rather than just like giving up on it. So that's basically why we started setting skin goals as Skin Aesthetic with our tribe members. And we generally ask them, where do you want to be, right? Where do you want to be? And we are telling you where you are. We are both understanding it. This is where you are, but this is what your skin needs. But tell us, what is your expectation and where do you want to be in the next, say, 2 years, right? And that is how we started setting skin goals. And I know for a fact that you have set skin goals yourself, Ronke. There
So
was a
yeah,
time you had struggles with your skin, like your skin is looking really healthy now, is glowing, like it's
thank
as if,
you.
you know how they say, thank God we don't look like what we've been through, and your skin is all good. So as an esthetician, how did you go about this? And how have you been able to replicate it for your clients at home to do the same thing?
Okay, setting skin goals for me at the beginning of the year was I listed out what are the things I want to achieve this year as regards my skin, because basically there's a difference when you have the knowledge and then sometimes you just want to walk into a room and people ask you, oh, your skin looks flawless. People are not going to see the knowledge, they're going to see your face first. So I was like, okay, I want my face to speak for me, even though the face is the face of somebody an acne prone skin. So I said, okay, number one, I need to be sure that I take get rid of the acne. You cannot cure acne, you can maintain it. Acne is painful for everybody listening. So I was like, okay, I want to be able that the number of acne that should be on my face at a certain point in time, I should be able to count not more than three. That was goal number one. They said make it simple, right? Number two was hyperpigmentation. I had hyperpigmentation, so I said, okay, I want to clear the hyperpigmentation. The second goal was that number three, I want to remove the puffiness because I realized that exercise is very, very important and it's key to help with my skin when it comes to having puffy face, which is something I personally have to go through. So I listed out my goals. I listed out this is what I want to achieve, and then I now broke it down to okay, how do I stop having acne? Then that has to come to my diet. I have to change my diet. There are some things I have to stop eating, and when I eat them, there are ways I know how to take care of them. How do I stop going to bed with my makeup on? Some days, as mothers, there are some days you'll be so tired. By the time you're putting the kids to sleep, you're falling asleep as well. And then you forget to do your makeup. So I had to walk around all of that. That aside, that's for acne. When it came to hyperpigmentation, I asked myself, okay, I have to be more knowledgeable when it comes to treating hyperpigmentation for skin of color. When you read about things online, they just tell you use this, use this, use this. But there are not so many books or write-ups about skin of color. So I really needed to go into that and say, okay, for skin of color that I fall under, how are the ways I can treat myself? How are the ways I can make sure that the pigmentation does not come back? And then that comes up down to SPF, using your SPF daily. I tell you, there are some days you just don't want to use SPF. There are some days you just don't want to reapply SPF. So I have to constantly tell myself, okay, you have to apply your SPF before you step out of the house. It's nothing like you're rushing out, you know. So those goals, I had my top 10 goals, and then, you know, they're not up to 10 actually. I think there are about 7 of them. And then from then, I now broke it down. These are the ways I'm going to do that. For acne, for hyperpigmentation, puffiness, you have to exercise. Exercise was what helped me. Drinking lots of water as well. So those are the ways you can set your goals, break them down, look at it and say, okay, how do I achieve this? Am I getting to where I'm going to, or am I relaxed, like Jummai said? So for me, that was how I was able to do that.
And
I
thank
think I'm crushing it.
Yes, you
I
are.
think
You
so.
are crushing it, Ronke. In fact, I think at some point I'll jump from the skin to your hair because that hair, man,
Oh, I
it's
had hair
all
goals too.
balanced. It's all balanced. But let's finish with the skin. Let's finish with the
Okay.
skin, Ronke. So,
Yeah.
while you were talking about your personal experience through setting skin goals and achieving them, right, at the beginning
Mm,
of the year, you spoke about two different conditions. In fact, three. You spoke about
mm,
acne, you spoke about pigmentation and puffiness, right?
mm.
And all of
Yeah.
these are tied together, right?
True.
Um,
Yeah.
Generally, from this part of the world, Africans generally, they want, if they want to treat acne, the focus will be on pigmentation because that's that is generally what we as people of color, we just want a
Mm,
brighter look. And of course, acne
mm,
gives your skin this dull, um this dull look, and it makes your
Yeah.
skin not to glow through, right? But I hear
Yeah.
you say I first started with acne, then I went to pigmentation. Is there a progression to treating skin? Is there a
Yes.
progression to it? All right. So
Yes.
please help the
Um,
consumers to understand this.
so if you've got acne first. So one thing I always say, your skin barrier. You cannot want to treat hyperpigmentation and not first take care of acne. Acne on its own, it's a lot of work, really, if you're treating it holistically. So the first thing you want to do is to ensure it's inflammation. I don't want to go, like you said, make it simple. I don't want to go into details. So you have to first take care of the inflammation, take care of the but just this. Jummai, I'm trying to be very simple right now.
You are
But you,
simple, okay? Just go for it. You'll be
you
shocked
have to
at
take
how much people can understand. So please go for it.
okay, you
Go
have
for
to
it.
treat the acne, because after treating the acne, there would definitely be spots that would be there. Once you treat that, the next thing you now want to do is take care of the pigmentation that comes after. Because most times after you treat acne, there's PIH, which is post-inflammatory hyperpigmentation. So you want to treat the acne first, get it controlling. Sorry?
Post-inflammatory
Post-inflammatory hyperpigmentation, yeah.
is generally what people call spots when they come
Dark
to
spot. Sorry,
yeah.
dark
So
spot.
yeah, spot, dark spots. Some people call it the acne scars. Okay, you know
The
that, right?
acne, oh,
But
my
that is
sister.
not the acne scars. That is the
It's not.
PIH, and it's you could call it
Yes,
dark spots, right? Yeah.
yes, you could call it dark spot. So you want to take care of the acne first. And once you understand how to maintain, you can't cure acne. You can't cure acne. You can just maintain it. So at the point where you get to maintenance, you now want to go ahead and treat the dark spots or the scarring, and all. Scarring has also other different treatment that comes with it, like in-clinic treatment, microneedling, all this. And so you take care of one, then you treat the other. And then once you can do that, you can now be able to fuse them together and now have a solid skincare routine that can treat the two at the same time. Because sometimes, and it was one thing I hear people say, vitamin C is going to help you. It helps. It helps
Okay,
with
okay,
that
please
person.
don't let us go there.
Let me talk.
We're
No,
gonna
I just
start
want to
having
mention,
people.
because
Let's just keep it
vitamin C
simple.
actually
Okay,
can.
let's keep it simple. Let's
Okay,
not
I'm
make
going to keep it
anybody
simple.
feel bad today. Today is not the feel bad day,
No, it's to
right?
make them understand, Jummai, that sometimes vitamin C can actually inflame your acne. It can actually trigger the acne. So
Okay,
treat one first
okay.
before you jump into the other.
80% of Africans are on vitamin C, and they are
Yes,
using it to
sister.
treat acne. So let's try to convince them today to seek a professional um, examination, to seek a
Please.
professional before they treat their skin. So don't let us already make them feel like I am dead, because when you look at the way people are abusing these ingredients, and you look at it like, what
Mm,
is going on, and the
mm.
damage they are causing with those ingredients, because they are trending, so to say.
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
really
true.
alarming. But Runke, let us
Mm,
just calm down on them. You know, we are coming back to
it's
that, but
okay.
let's take this step by step with them so that they don't
Okay.
run away. All right. Thank you so much, Runke. So you told us
Yeah.
different way. The first step to setting a skin goal is to seek a professional, so that they help you
Mm,
understand, they help you to come to the awareness of where your skin is. This is what is
true.
wrong with my skin. This is where I
Mm,
am with my skin. These are the
mm,
things I will do to get to where I want to be with my skin. And
mm,
it is in stages. Nobody can
mm,
treat hyperpigmentation before they treat acne, because hyperpigmentation is a result of acne,
mm.
right? It's
Yeah,
most times when you have acne, most people pigment. It's just a few people that do not have resultant
yeah,
pigmentation.
very true.
Very,
Very
very few
rare.
people. Very,
Yeah.
very, very few. In fact, I have
Mm.
someone that doesn't have resultant pigmentation on this life right now. She doesn't. She's just so lucky. Like,
Oh my.
um, and she has a very, very terrible acne, so to say, but she
Mm,
doesn't pigment. We cannot
mm,
also treat, if you are aging at the same time that your because some people are also dealing with premature aging. Most times,
Yeah.
which comes from skin damage, from using all of these ingredients together at once. So you have to treat acne first, acne first, acne first. And sometimes this acne don't even come on the surface as acne. They're embedded into the skin, right? So you have told us that we have to treat, skin treatment is in progression. It's not jumping from one to the other. From acne, you start treating pigmentation. From pigmentation, you cannot start taking care of maybe aging or premature aging, as the case may be. So aside the fact that we have to seek a professional, we have to take it in progression. Are there other things? Of course, we will seek a professional. They will always give us products now. They will charge us money. It doesn't come free. Are there other things that support this, support us on this journey to our dream skin? Are there other things we need to do aside using the product that is being prescribed to us? From this skin examination, where do we go to, Rinke? Where do we go from the skin examination?
Okay, so when you get to setting, so now we're talking about setting goals at different ages, right? So if you're saying, okay, I was just reading what Adiola is saying. So for teens, if you want to set goals for teens, it's different from in your 20s. It's different from goals that you would set in your 30s, 40s, and your 50s. So do you want me to just read out some of the things for ages and all, some of the things they can set, goals they can set?
Yes, that I just wanted us to talk about the skin goals general, but if that answers the question, I was going to take it to the aging across ages, right?
Okay. Okay.
Please, Ronke, take it on from there. It's fine. It's fine.
Okay. So
take it on from there.
Okay. So setting skin goals across ages in your teens, it's for teenagers, it's different. There's puberty coming up, so there's acne, and then you want to break this down in really small bits. You have to have a skincare routine, number one, and then from your skincare routine, you have to follow through with your skincare routine. The skincare routine could involve ensuring that you're cleansing, you're using your toner if it's necessary, you're using your moisturizer, and you're using your SPF during the day. Very important across all ages, even children. And for my 3-year-old son knows SPF, funny enough. So you have to be able to have a skincare routine. Number two is your diet is very important. Once you know your skin type and once you know your skin condition, what you're trying to treat at that moment, you have to be able to have a diet. There are some things you might try to avoid. I know some people will say that your diet acne is not affected by your diet. But for me, I would say personally, and for other clients of mine, we realize that when you cut some things down in your diet, then it does help to clear the acne. So there's something that will trigger it. So it could be your diet, it could be stress and other things. So once you've done that, you want to eat the right food. Exercise, I would not overemphasize the importance of exercise. The skin has a function, so it's just a part of the whole, like it's a part of the whole of your brain, your kidneys, every other part of your brain. So if you can exercise and make every other function work, that means that your skin will also benefit from it. Exercise is also something you want to set into your goals. Another thing you want to do is to say, okay, I'm going to have regular skin treatment or skin consultation. Another thing you could do is that you could also say, oh, I want to try this new skin tool. You know, it's not, I like trying new things. I could like, oh, let me see this silicone brush. What are they saying? This blackhead removal. But then you always check with your esthetician, obviously. Can I use this blackhead removal? Enjoy the process. Another thing I would say is try not to look, at some point in my life, I know I had so many different jars, and I wish I had a skin therapist that I could have gone to ask and say, hey, should I try this? Should I use this? I learned the hard way. So be able to say, okay, I want to have certain products, certain brands. I'm not going to try everything I see on the internet or every rave that comes out of there. I want to be able to show. Then another thing is very important for anyone who wants to do have a set a goal. Your budget is very important. I could always say, look, if a teenager comes to me and tells me, oh, I want to do this, and is asking for something that probably costs 50,000, I'll be like, hold on a minute, you're still a student. What will your parents do? So you have to have a budget, and with that, with your budget, you can now understand that, okay, this is what I'm going to do, and this is how I'm going to do it. Another way you can include in your goals, another things you can include in your goals is to ensure that you learn. I always say I learn new things every day. I relearn. Like I would think this is it, and I'll be like, no, this is not it actually. This is how it should be. So unlearn, relearn as regularly. On other thing, you learn, you unlearn, and then you relearn every day according to skin goals. So I hope I'm able to shed some light into that as well.
Oh, you were, Ronke. Thank you so much. Thank you so
yeah.
much. With,
and there's something I want to say also, Jummai. Stress. Stress is the number one thing that affects our health, affects the skin. Cut down on stress. Thank you, Jummai, for bringing this up. Living well, mental stress, physical stress, emotional stress. We have to be aware about it, and we have to talk about it. So thank you.
We have to. We cannot overemphasize on cutting down on stress, any kind of stress, any kind of toxic emotions. We cannot overemphasize on it. And this, I had my own light bulb moment in 2018. I never thought stress could be a part of any issues with me, because then again, I am young, I'm not in my 40s yet. And so there was one time I was really going through a lot. I was going through a lot, and in different areas, where you are raising young children, you are balancing a lot of things. And that particular morning, I had to go for an event. Right at that event, there was a lot of fun happening there. We're all dancing, having fun. This is an event that I know half of the people there. So it was not like I was there seated by myself. People are coming to meet me. But guess what? I was laughing on the outside, but my face is wrinkled. Right? Nobody knew that. And if I hadn't had a trained eye, I wouldn't understand what was going on. So for me, when I am dealing, like I'm processing a toxic emotions for different people, and that is why we're even talking skin goals, so that people become more aware about their skin. Like you know your own skin, you understand it, and then you start making better choices with it, right? So as I was looking at the videos I did then, and I realized that between my brows down to the nose of the bridge of my nose, my face was wrinkled there. Like there was an obvious line, like deeper line. You can't see it now, right? Because it has gone. But immediately I realized that there's something going on with me. Like this is it. And that was the first day in my entire life that I came to the realization that when I'm processing toxic emotions, it sits on the bridge of my nose. Guess what? I went further ahead to notice that it's the same for my mother, it's the same for my grandmother, it's the same for my children.
Wow.
Like people don't even understand that children, when they process emotions, it sits on their skin too. So stress in any kind of way, you need to eradicate it in order to be able to achieve your skin goals. And most times, our stress aren't even physical. They are not. They are more internal stress than the physical ones. And once we can, I always say this, once we can manage our internal stress, it is really easier to manage the physical stress, because all stress starts, everything in life starts with our mind, the way we process it, right? So yes, stress is something that we cannot overemphasize. And skin go with product is not a standalone. It's just like when somebody is sick in the hospital, they will not only give you drugs, they will make sure that you have an amazing nurse. Your caregiver, the person that is taking care of you, is like a an important part of your healing, of your well-being, so to say, right? So
Yes,
is
yes, very
so is
important.
also your skin. If you are going to achieve any skin goal, your mental and emotional health has to be at its best.
Yes.
It's best for you
Mm-hmm.
to be able to get to where you are going to. And most times, most people that have a free for all kind of mind, they are just generally happy. They don't even have skin problems. Where will it stay? So, okay, you are absolutely right. You nailed down with everything. It's not just about the product that you're being given. Product is an essential part of it, and of course, we all know
Yeah.
that this product comes in different strengths.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
It comes in different strengths. It comes in different formulations. It comes in, so they are not formulated the same at all. It's not equal. But that is even a discussion for another day. So aside this product, we might want to add everything Ronke have said this evening. Exercising, we cannot overemphasize that enough. You do not have to go on the treadmill. You do not have to book a gym or wherever. Just take a walk. Take a walk with a loved one. Take a walk by yourself. Just keep in the house. Do something. Just move that body, please. Move that body so that you can improve blood circulation. And by improving blood circulation, we circulate more oxygen to the skin, and then there's
Yeah.
an increased skin tone and skin texture, right, Ronke? Am I
Yes.
getting that?
Yes. Yeah, you're well.
Yeah, the master is texture.
Come on.
So,
You're
so
right.
all right. So we need to do that. We need to eat well. But Ronke, I was going to ask about that eating well part too. So you are an
Mm.
esthetician, you're not a dietitian, right? So these people,
Mm.
after you've collected their money, Ronke, you still want them to go and meet another person to collect their money. So how can they do this? How can they build their own diet? Is this something basic that you can't tell them as an esthetician on how to go about it without them having to go
Yeah.
and pay somebody else? So give them the worth of their money, Ronke.
Okay, so because of, like you said, we want to give them that holistic experience. The holistic experience when it comes to skin health is ensuring that both your mind, your body, and your spirit is balanced. So we tell them when it comes to what to eat. I think most people know this. Fruits and vegetables are very important, but more importantly is that there are certain vegetables you can add to your diet. There are certain times that would help to detox. That fibers that you need for those. I've seen sometimes people who have acne really could have can be related to irritable bowel syndrome, so you want to be sure that that person also has a free flow. So you ensure that the person is eating good fibers and they're drinking lots of water to help with constipation as well. And then there's some meals you would also advise that okay, you could eat. What time do you have breakfast? Do you have lunch? Do you have dinner? What kind of food do you snack on? If you want to have healthy skin, there are certain foods that you should not eat. Ice cream is not one of them, even though I'm so addicted to ice cream, God help me. But I try not to. So, like, you have to eat certain foods. There are certain times you could eat breakfast. And then when you do that, you could also detox. I always say that a very easy thing. I always have a glass of water. Water is your best friend. Water is very important to always have this. I'm not a very good water drinker, so sometimes I try to put cucumber or fruits in it. Cucumber, you could put lemon in it, and you could also put mint leaf. You can jazz it up sometimes. You can put pineapple. You can put strawberry. Just have that your big jar with you every day that you drink, and would help you to constantly stay hydrated and to help also to clear your system and to detox as well. So that is good for you. That's adding that to your diet. Carbohydrates. Carbohydrates is at the end product of, we know it's the end product is sugars, right? So you want to cut down carbohydrates. I always tell my clients, look, fist size. just as much as the pounded yam or the efforiro might be delicious, or the home soup here in the South, home soup can be so nourishing, the kaika and all of that. Fit size is what you need for a swallow. You can pack as much vegetable as you want. Then you then have your water to drink afterwards. But eating right is so important for your skin health. Um, Snacking is also very important. I don't tell my client, don't eat this. I say you can have it, but have it in moderation, right? Do not go beyond what is necessary. If you're treating hyperpigmentation, I won't tell you to go to the beach and sit down for 2 hours or 3 hours or 5 hours because you want to catch one you don't have your sunscreen. So everything is in moderation. And like Jummai was also saying, it's not just about what you eat, it's also about your mindset as well. And I can tell you everything and say, don't eat this, don't eat that. But your mind has to be in the right place to know that this is what I like to eat. This is what I will not eat, right? This is what I should not eat. This is what I can eat, but I shouldn't eat too much of. If you love suya, yeah, you can eat meat. But if you're telling me, oh, my waistline is so big, I don't like my skin, because clients will come to you, they're not just talking about skin, they are talking about their entire body as well. And you're eating red meat all the time, and you want to cut down your waistline. Fancy, so we talk about all these things, ask questions. It's always good to ask questions. Because if I say I'm not eating this, it might not be what is good for you. Diet is a lot of work, but the thing is, you can have everything, but have it in moderation. Another thing that is good for your skin is what they call fasting. I always say you can fast every month. There are 31 days in a month. You can take 7 days out of that 31 days to detox. So that means whatever you want to do, maybe it's your intermittent fasting, not eating for 12 hours and all of that, just to cleanse your system. Or you can do the 7 days detox of just juicing. I love juicing, especially juicing with grains like spinach. You could do ugu leaves with pineapple. Just do that 7 days detox at the beginning of every week, of every month. And once you get that right, then you know that you're on the right track. Yeah.
Thank you so much, Runke. It's been an insightful section with you. The comment is coming in. People are enjoying you. They are saying, go, Runke. All right. Thank you so much, Runke. So we are basically broken down skin goals, how to set it, seek professional help, all the things you need to put in place aside the products that or whatever recommendation that is being made to you by a professional, and we've broken all of that, how our emotions affect the way our skin looks and feel. Okay. And thank you so much. I would want us to talk about the whole skin treatment generally. How does this come into play when setting skin goals? We've only spoken about, okay, you can get products. What about skin treatment? How many times do they need to have a facial? Do they even need to have a facial? Do they need a professional treatment and all of that? I want you to say that for me in simple terms so that they can understand it and really fast. Okay, thank you.
Okay, so for skin treatment, so the thing is, I always say facials are like your maintenance. If you have a car, your body is like a machine, so you have to maintain it constantly. If you have a car, you will take the car to the mechanic maybe once, if you're taking good care of that car, once every month or every 3 months, depending on what the car needs, right? So for your skin as well, even though you have an esthetician, even though you have the right product, I would say facials I always tell my clients, facials is 20% of what your skin goals is really. So what you come in for a facials, but then it's advised that you do your facials every month. If you can afford it, every month. If you cannot afford it, every 6 months. If you feel, oh, facials is not necessary for me, I've achieved my skin goal. But please, you have to always touch down with your esthetician to say that, okay, every other month, Come on, it's very important for you. You even want to know, oh, this was where I was 2 months ago. Let me see where I am now. Or 2 months ago was August. Now we're heading into Harmattan season. Do I need to start using toner? Should I stop the toner? There are questions that you would want to ask your esthetician as well. So for skin treatment, you could be, if you're trying to achieve a goal, there's some treatments that you might want to do. There are dermaplaning. Dermaplaning really is not even important. It's not even advisable for people who have acne. There is microneedling. There is microneedling, also CIT, collagen induction therapy. There are different treatments that the skin would need at that time for you to achieve that skin health. So it's good to do that. People also do laser for it. You could go into the clinic for lasers. You could go into the clinic for peels, chemical peels. I do not advise peels to be done at home. Trust me, I've had experience personally. Before I got qualified, I have had experience, and I would say, please do not do all the lemon plus. I call it lemon plus concussion. You don't want to do that. That's why you need to have your regular treatment with your esthetician. It's just you checking up on yourself, like regular. If you say you're doing your health checkup, right? Your skin too also needs that checkup. That's why you go into the clinic, or you call in your esthetician to give you a response, or to give you where you are and let you know what you can also achieve to make it better.
Okay. Thank you, Ronke. So you guys have heard it. You must, to be able to achieve a skin goal, a facial treatment, a professional treatment. So a facial treatment comes in different forms. Generally, consumers, when they hear facial treatment, Ronke, they are thinking steamers. And it's just so... Okay, why did you do that? I don't like it. All right. But we need to let them know that it's not every treatment, it's not every condition or every time that you're a candidate for steaming. I have had a client, Ronke, came to me. She had a sunburn, very serious, severe sunburn. And they've advised her that she needs to get a facial, that they need to steam her face. Ronke, imagine someone that just burned their skin, wanting to steam the skin. And that is just the level that we see. People just hear from this person and that person, and they just want to try it. Thank God she talked to someone that knows, because if she had gone to somewhere else, and she did not even, guess what? She did not even need a professional treatment. I do not need to take her money. So all she needed was, because the skin was going to resolve on its own anyway, right? But it could resolve in a way that it still have a resultant condition. So that is why she needs help with something that helps it to resolve the proper way, right?
Yeah.
So that is all she needs, not a steaming of face. So
she didn't ask you to. She didn't tell you that that pin, you didn't use that pin to remove everything.
Okay, so
my money
now
is not
I think
complete.
people just let us be as skin aesthetic. They've understood that we are never going to do extraction. We are never, ever, ever, ever. The skin is our cornerstone. It is important for us that we take care of the skin. So we are never going to prick you, because it doesn't just make sense. But Ronke, we are not going to talk about extraction today, because that's I know
I still do extraction. I know I do extraction, but
it's a lot of it's a big topic on its own, and I would want us to come on the Intentional Living series or the Skin Mastery series to talk about it. Why? In fact, for it to be a debate, because I know some other people still believe in extraction. We generally just don't do it as skin aesthetic, because we believe that there are other ways. I know you do. I know you do. So I'm open to a debate. Actually, I'm very open to a debate, and to be really interesting to have other people from the industry come on board. Those of us that don't do it, and those of us that does it, and then we can debate within ourselves and let the consumers enjoy. All right, so basically, Ronke is just telling us that we have to have a professional treatment with inclusive of our home care routine. You cannot achieve any skin goal if what you are doing is just I have a skin goal, and you are going from pillar to post to try different things, you must have a routine. That is the prerequisite for you to achieve any result with your skin. You must have a skin routine. It now depends, like Ronke said, where you are with your skin. My skin routine is totally different from Ronke's own. Even though Ronke and I might be prone to acne, there is something that will be different. We can have two people can present the same condition to you as an esthetician, but their routine will totally be different because they have different lifestyle, because they have different history, because there's just something different about everyone's skin. You cannot just say, okay, because Ronke is my friend, she's using this, I can try that to know. So Ronke is saying that you must have a routine that meets your skin need if you're serious about your skin goal. Ronke also told us, aside that we must have like a professional treatment every month. It necessarily does not have to be a facial treatment. It could be a laser, it could be a chemical peel, it could be anything, right? It could be anything. And no, we cannot, nobody can tell you what their skincare routine is. I know that it's trending for some group of people to blog
Is
about.
someone asking?
Sorry,
Is someone
yes.
asking?
So I reached out to her. But I needed to say that in case anybody is also thinking that I can share my skincare routine and it can apply to you. It doesn't work that way. It's not a one size fits all. It is a personalized.
I can tell you morning and night, but then when it comes to breaking down the product, it doesn't work that way.
It doesn't work that way. So Ronke, let's take it now to you have already spoken about you've touched a bit on ages, the difference routine for different age group, right?
Yeah.
But there should be like a basic routine that everybody could like run with, right? For them to be able to achieve a goal. So I want you to talk about that basic routine. What are the basic routine that people could run with for them to be able to achieve this to achieve a like optimum skin health? And if they have a skin condition, how did they like tweak this routine for them to personalize it for them, for themselves, if they could do that anyway?
Okay, so basic skincare routine across all ages now is you have to have your morning routine, and then you have your evening routine, right? In the morning, you want to have a cleanser, and you want to have, people, we call it CTM, and I can tell you for a long time I haven't toned my skin. So it depends on the person's skin type. You have to cleanse in the morning. The cleanser for your face, what you use on your face, please, is not the same thing what you use for your body, because the skin on the body is very different from the face. And your face is open to environmental free radicals, we call it. So you want to have a separate cleanser for your face, and you double cleanse. I benefited from double cleansing, which means you cleanse in the morning, first cleanse. The second thing you do, you say you want to use a toner. Some people love toners. I wouldn't say don't do it. Some people, your toners can be hydrating. Your toners can be the one that you want to take away excess oil. So it depends. Toners, don't just see somebody using a toner and then you just say, oh, that's toner too, I want to try it. Some toners are meant for brightening the skin. So you have to be sure which one is right for you. From then you go on to serums. If you want, if I say serums are what you use to treat. If you have dehydrated skin, there's a serum for that. If you have hyperpigmentation, there's serums you can use for that. If you have acne, there's a serum for that as well. So your serum should be targeted to treat a skin condition, or just for general maintenance, which is the hyaluronic acid and the niacinamide and zinc and all that. So you have to have a serum. After your serum, you go on to your moisturizer. Moisturizers also can be in different forms. Once you have a skin issue, there's a moisturizer you can use if you have oily skin. There's a moisturizer for dry skin. There's a moisturizer for people who have acne-prone skin. So when you see somebody with flawless skin online and you think, oh, so that is what is achieving it, it necessarily might not have to use that. it might not be for you. You have to have a moisturizer. After your moisturizer, you then have your SPF. SPF is so important. I always say people, if you've done all of this and you're not using your SPF, it's like nothing. I recommend a good product for acne prevention. Okay. I wouldn't say the product because I know Jummai has a product and there's so many good products out there. You just talk to your esthetician and they can recommend what's best for you according to your budget, according to what you can afford. Yeah. So you have to then have your SPF. SPF is very important. Your SPF, you use it over every so they say you reapply every 2 hours. And be sure there are two kinds of SPF as well. There's a chemical SPF and there is the mineral SPF. You don't want to see that, oh, everybody is saying this thing does not have any white cast. Let me go and buy it. No, it might not be good for you. So that's your morning routine. And at night, you now have your double cleanse, especially for women in their 20s and in their 30s, well, 40s, 50s, as long as you wear makeup or that you go out actually, you want to double cleanse. Naturally, just double cleanse. But especially for people who wear makeup, you have to first take out the makeup with an oil-based cleanser or very mild cream cleanser. Take it all out, and then you now use the cleanser to wash. After that, you apply your toner. If you need a toner, you apply the toner, or if you just can't do without it, you can skip it, but if it's important, you do need it. Then from your toner, you use your serum. And then this is when you now use, especially those who are treating hyperpigmentation, you treat with your serum at night. And then for those who are trying to anti-aging, who are trying to take care of anti-aging or just maintenance, that's when you bring in your retinol serum or your retinol night cream, whichever it might be. You use that, and then you use your moisturizer as well. And some people also would love to have night oil. It's just how you want to feel at night. Some women just love luxury. So you could have a night oil as well as a moisturizer, depending on what works for you. So if you've done all of that, then you are setting the goal and you are meeting the goal. So yeah, that's it. And it's not so difficult, really. So I break it down into 4 steps. I call it cleanse, treat, balance, protect. Nighttime, cleanse, treat, balance. That's it.
You're absolutely right, Ronke. It's not that hard, but I think people think it's hard, especially if they have to layer. If they have to layer a serum, 2 serums, or if they have to put serum and then put their moisturizer and SPF on it, I think that is where the concern is. And generally, this is how I say it to the members of the Healthy Glow tribe. You're already washing your face every day. You shall bath, you will wash that face. Whatever you're washing the face with, just replace it with something good that is meeting and adding value to your skin.
Yeah.
Right? You will cream your body. Bad as it may be, you will cream your body. Just replace that cream with a moisturizer. And like Ronke has rightly said, it's basic. Everybody needs to cleanse, double cleanse. And please, Ronke, we need to emphasize that wipes is not a cleansing agent. Please stop wiping your skin. You are ending that skin to premature aging. Please stop doing that. It doesn't have any surfactants in it for it to remove anything. I know it's easy, especially for us in Lagos.
Yeah.
We just want to carry the wipe and just wipe the skin and then we sleep. No, please wipe. We must stop wipe. Wipe is just for baby bumps.
I've been there, done that. Experienced it. I know the results. No wipes, please.
No
Thank
wipes.
you.
No wipes.
Yeah.
So cleanse, moisturize, and protect. It's the basic routine for across all age. And if children are not too young to start this routine, especially teenagers, People
Yeah.
just believe that their children, what are they looking for? They do not need any routine. Please, they do need routine. Children need routine more than us, because you are not, the mistakes we have made, you are helping them you are protecting them against that mistake, and you're helping them to build a solid foundation for their skin health, basically. And I used to say this now, mommies and daddies in the house, African is getting to a point where if you don't teach your child about skin, somebody will teach them outside.
Yeah.
Because what is flooding the market is skin lightening products. If you have not started teaching your children about skincare, they would learn the bad one outside, because that is what is happening everywhere. The girls they have in school, the parents are probably buying them the same product. You have to have started with them, and you have to not only be their role model in that area of ensuring optimum skin health with them, you also have to help them imbibe the right routine early enough, just like you have been intentional about every part of their parenting. So they are not too young. Ronka's 3-year-old is already using SPF. As my children use SPF, both of them uses SPF because they are pro swimmers, so they don't have a choice. They use SPF, and then cleanse, moisturize, and protect. It's just the basic one. Now, when we start saying correct, Ronka, did you use correct?
To treat, yeah, to treat. That's
Okay.
also part correction,
Correct
yeah.
or treat is where we are talking about serum, and
Yeah.
it comes in different forms. Like Ronke has said, you could use retinol, you could use Albertine if you're treating pigmentation, you could use different things. And your esthetician or your skincare professional will be able to advise you on what is best to use. Yes, Abdulkadir Abiba, thank you so much for joining us. You seem to have a lot of questions, and it will be an honor to send a DM to us at Skin Aesthetic. We'll be able to answer your question for coming online and sticking with us. The consultation will be free, because yes, there are lots of products out there, but if anything you've heard from this live today is that it is not a one size fits all. You cannot just say, oh, Abiba, just go and buy XYZ products without understanding your skin and knowing the concentration of what is in SY products and how it can meet your own unique skin need, because your skin need is unique to you, not even with your twin sister or brother or your mom. It is unique to you. Your mom could be using something and you guys seems to have acne running in your family, and what you are using will not work for your mom, and what your mom will not work for you, as the case may be. So please reach out to us. Just send a DM and let me know you're the one. And by God's grace, you get a free consultation, and you can take it from there. All right. So thank you so much, Ronke. It was nice having you here. I hope people have learned so much as I have learned, and I have learned more from you today to do better with our skin. It starts with setting a skin goal. If we don't know where we are going, how do we get there, right? So, and it's not that hard. It's not that hard. First of all, you need to be aware of your skin. How do we come about awareness? Seek a professional help, right? Please don't go to Google. There are a lot of professional help today. Make sure this person is certified. It's not just somebody that's doing it just for the fun of it, or just so they do it. I don't know. I don't want to say whatever they do it for, but make sure these people are certified. It is your right to ask for people's certification. If you are in doubt, yes, it is your right. If they don't have it posted anywhere, please ask them. Anybody that is certified will be confident enough to send you their certification, or to even show it to you, as the case may be. So make sure they're certified, they know what they are doing, because it will be a sad story, which is the story we see every day, where people are actually trying. They are trying, but they are falling in the wrong hands. People that they believe that they could trust with their skin, but at the end of the day, they shouldn't have even gone there in the first place, because they don't only end up worse that they went there, but they come back with damage that they now have to spend more money and more time to treat. Thank you so much, everyone, for coming to this live with us. We enjoy doing it. And
Yay.
I want to say a special thank you to you again, Ronke, for coming. You are
Thank you.
such
Such a
an
pleasure.
awesome person. Thank you so much. Thank you for your passion. Thank you for all you do for the skincare industry in Africa. We are proud of you. And we hope to bring you back on. Of course, we are going to bring you back on. And
Yeah,
yes,
that was
water
awesome.
is life. We have
Yes.
to drink water. So, cheers to you, Ronke. Have a beautiful week.
You too.
All right.
Bye.
Bye, everyone. Bye.